is the Chrissie Swan Show.
I've literally just arrived at the microphone, Jack. How are you?
Timing. I'm good, Swanee. How are you?
I really wanted to share with you at this point of the show, 2 p.m. on a Friday,
Yeah.
a note that that was left on my bed last night when I got home from Coldplay.
Ooh.
So
you
I
have
left
the
the
note?
house. I left the house, and it was magical, of course. Coldplay, one of the greatest super bands of all time.
Unbelievable.
It was always going to be incredible. It was a very big effort for me to get there. It involved, you know, Avengers Assemble, 7,000 people.
I was very proud of you because I know the effort it took and you got there.
I got there and I didn't miss one note of the concert. I couldn't believe it. I even caught the train in on my own.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a miracle. Got home and there was a note on my bed. And that was why I was running in, because I didn't know where I'd put it. And here it is.
Oh.
Oh, no, that's
That's a receipt.
an Officeworks receipt. Okay, you ready? Just on my pillow.
What does it say?
I miss you. I'm sad. I want to sleep in your bed with you. Peg. And therein
Wow.
was the very last night that I ever attempt to leave the house.
No.
I can't.
You say tough shit, kid. Mum's got to live.
I can't live with that. Look at this little. This is where I need to be.
You are so whipped by those children.
I am right to be a shut-in. I am right. I am in my hermit phase, and that's it.
Yep. I feel like you've been in your hermit era for the last 8 years.
No, the last year.
The last year?
Absolutely the last year.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, Swanee, after 3 o'clock, you're debuting a brand new segment.
Yeah, it's called The Windmills of My Mind. It's going to give you an insight into what thoughts are running through my head at any given moment.
Amazing. We've also got your invites to the Kid Leroy in Nova's Red Room in Chrissie's Quizzy. And before 3 o'clock, someone is going to win that Disney cruise line in Chrissie and Jack's Voyage to Victory.
Oh, le voyage!
Next though, 13 24 10, say good day to us and tell us what you did last night. Did you go trick-or-treating?
The Chrissie Swan Show.
I can't wait to hear the dulcet tones of your voice.
Chrissie's Say G'day.
Feels like it's been a busy week.
It has, man.
Yeah, it feels like kids are busy, parents are busy, everyone's busy.
Everyone. There's so much on. This time of year is just jam-packed with stuff.
Yes, and I want to hear everything that happened. Last night was trick-or-treating. I really had to slow down and look left and look right on my back alley Sallyway on the way home.
Because the kids were everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
And dads. So many dads
I love
into
it.
Halloween.
I know I poo-pooed Halloween decorations on the house yesterday, but I love trick-or-treating. I think it's so fun. And it's fun seeing what everyone dresses up as.
I loved seeing everybody out and about.
Yeah.
And you just realise that neighbourhoods these days are like ghost towns usually. Hi, Fiona.
Hi guys, how are you?
Good. Now, what'd you do last night?
Well, we were in Elstonwick and we've got a really beautiful school community, and every year there's sort of a grid of 4 streets that just go ballistic. So we sort of hightail to there after a little bit of a costume malfunction between the kids and and then just trawl the streets until their little feet hurt and they're full of sugar, and then head home again.
I at about the same time that you were doing that, I was receiving photographs of my daughter Peg dressed as Theodore from Alvin and the Chipmunks, inexplicably. I mean, that is not a Halloween costume, but whatever.
You know, I don't think it matters anymore. I saw a lot of tradies. There was lots of tradies kids
Well,
in high vis.
Fiona, can you imagine my horror? I waited 6 weeks for a bespoke hoodie to arrive from America
Yeah.
for this child, and the photograph I got from the mother that had assembled to look after her while I was at work and take her trick-or-treating, the jumper was around her waist.
Oh, no, that's got to sting for you.
And I just pinch-zoomed it. I'm like, what is going on?
Effort. Fiona,
A bought costume.
Yes.
we are sending you a $200 Frank Green gift pack. Let's go to Kate.
Hi, Kate.
Hi, how you going?
Good. You're from Frankston. Do you see Tones and I around at all?
Oh, do you know what? I'm South Frankston, but yes, I do see her down the beach occasionally.
There you go. I got one,
What
finally.
What did you do for Halloween, Kate?
Last night, well, I dressed up as the Purge.
What's the Purge?
Oh, if you listen to the Purge song, you'll know what it is. You'll have to go and have a listen to it. So,
Is it a band? What do you even... I don't even understand the
No.
words.
It's just a horror movie, The Purge.
Oh.
So if you go and look that up, so I was sitting at home.
Oh, that's scary.
I dropped the kids off. So I was sitting on the deck, handing out the food. Then the kids decided they'd finished and they wanted me to pick them up. So I put my Purge mask on, blasted the music out the window, tooted to everyone going along. They looked at me like I was a freak.
Wow.
And picked up the kids, and they had no idea I was picking up with this loud music because I love embarrassing my children with the mask on and the black outfit, and they nearly passed out. They actually ran from the car, so I followed them, get in, and we did it all the way home. They saw all their friends. I've got girls, so all their guy friends were walking past. They're trying to hide. I'm like, you can't hide. You're in the car. Got the door
Kate,
locked.
the way that you just described everything that went on and then said, oh, people were looking at me like I was a freak. Do you wonder why?
I know. It was fantastic. I loved it. I
Magic.
love dressing up.
Kate's a vibe. Kate, we're going to send you a Smart Sense blender combo from Nutribullet, the #1 personal blender brand
Oh, my
in the
God.
world.
Just a word on them. They are amazing.
I know you got one, didn't
Oh,
you?
God, they're so good.
Now, let's finish with the beautiful caller, Trish Swanee.
Hi, Trishy. Why are we talking to you?
Well, I don't want to talk about last night. I want to talk about Wednesday night and gratitude.
Oh, I love a bit of gratitude. How good does it feel? You went to
Oh, it feels
Coldplay.
great. Coldplay. It was awesome. Absolutely
Tell us-
awesome.
So you won the tickets on this show that we gave away.
The very first day, yes, back in November last year.
Yeah, when they announced that the tour was coming.
Yes. And I'm just so grateful. It was awesome.
Who did you go with, Trishy?
My 12-year-old.
Oh, God.
So glad to hear it. And thank you for calling, Trish. It's nice to hear from people after they've been.
Well, it's really important to say thank you, right?
It
She
really...
had the best time. I had the best time. Getting emotional.
No, fair enough. Because it's really hard to have a good time with your kids sometimes. Like to...
And it's her first ever concert, and she sang every word of every song and absolutely loved it.
God,
Our tickets were amazing, and I'm just so grateful to you guys for the prize, and that's all.
Trish, I get it, and I'm grateful to you for telling us, because I've always said 21 years in this industry, my favourite part of it is being able to give away these sorts of experiences.
Yeah, and it's just, sometimes people take and never say that. Thank you.
Well, Trish, I want you to take even more. I'm going to send you a Smart Sense blender combo from Nutribullet, the #1 personal blender brand in the world.
Trish, I'm going to give
Thank you so
the
much.
absolute amazing recipe for a vanilla thick shake that comes out of that thing like you cannot believe.
Yum, I want one now.
Oh, my God, so good.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
One Pass is now available at Priceline Pharmacy, and Sister Club members are getting exclusive access to boosted perks. Start your free 30-day trial today.
Learn more at priceline.com.au/onepass. TC's eligibility criteria and exclusions apply.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
And it is my birthday on Sunday.
I can't believe, I know this is so cliche to say, how quickly a year comes around. I feel like it was 2 weeks ago I was organising a potato cake for you. What?
I agree. It feels like, it doesn't feel like 2 weeks. I'm really going to answer. I'm really going to interrogate. It feels like 4 months.
Yeah, okay.
3 to 4 months. I can't believe a whole year has flown by.
51.
It was a big one last year. It was
Yeah.
a 50. And, accordingly, today, not one card, not one bunch of anything here at this building,
No.
not one person has said happy birthday
But
for Sunday.
I think it'll be Monday because Sunday we're closer to your birthday on the Monday. That's how I see that.
It's a convenient excuse.
That's what my approach is. I'm going to give you and provide you with everything on Monday.
Yeah, I like it. I'm thrilled for it. I'm not a greedy person, but I do love a birthday.
Yeah.
Because it reminds me that I can see my friends.
Yeah, good.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a forced reason to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you just never do. You just never, ever do. You've got to teach your kids absolutely everything. And I realised a few years ago that includes thinking of thoughtful presents
Yes.
for people that you love.
And you are a great gift giver.
I really love giving
Yeah, you're good at
gifts.
it. It's quite a skill.
Yeah.
It's
I
not-
think it is too.
I really think it is.
But it's an easy brain shift.
Okay.
Once you master that, bang, go for it. So I wrote, tell me if this defeats the purpose, because Kit, my middle son, he's a bit of a romantic. He's a bit like me. He's good at presents.
Yeah.
Thinks about it. They mean something. Fine. Peg, practical, but always has an idea.
Okay.
Leo thinks that's not for him.
Just gift giving in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I remember a few years ago I said, are you going to write me a card or just go and get me something? I said, it's not about the money. I'll transfer the money. It's about the thought. You've got to learn
Yes.
to think about others and what they like and pay attention. He looked at me like I had 4 heads. So he's
Love
still
that
a
kid.
work in progress. Anyway, I had to send him a letter to send back to me with the instructions. Leo, this is a really great idea. It's going to give you some clues as to what I want. So much so that it's a letter written to me by me from you. I want you to read it, take it in, learn something, and then send it back to me if you agree. And here is the letter.
Oh, I love this.
Dear Mum, hi, it's Leo. See, I'm setting it up so he knows
Yep.
that it's me, but it's him, it's me. I know what you would really like for your birthday is some time to go and see a movie, go for a longer walk, or even just read a book and drink a cup of tea in the sunshine or something. Doesn't that sound like a dream, ladies? I also know that recently you've been working really hard. You've been working really hard to think of more and more creative ways to make money to keep everybody happy and healthy and housed.
Let's get that OnlyFans going, baby.
Thank you for that, Mum. I put that in.
good,
you know.
Bit of self-love.
As they say, time is money. And the more that you spend working, the less time you have for yourself. So this Saturday, here's the clincher. This is from Leo, essentially.
Yeah.
This Saturday, I would like to offer you, Mum, 2 whole hours of my immense strength to organise and move some of the stuff that you've been whinging about from the garage into the house. If I do that, you can save the $600 that you were about to pay to strangers on Airtasker. By doing this, you won't have to earn that $600 and you might actually take some time for yourself instead of using that time to work more to pay for the men on Airtasker. Do you get it? Have a break on me, Mum. Happy birthday, Mum. Love, Leo.
What was his take?
I sent it to him on text with first the instructions, read this, and then when you've digested it, send it back to me. It had not landed on his phone for longer than 1 second and it bounced straight back. That kid did not read it.
Nah.
But see you tomorrow
committed.
between 9 and 11, Leo.
Also, that is just divine manipulation from you. I love that so much.
Thank you.
That's how to parent.
You don't ask, you don't get.
Hey, next, we're going to give away a Disney line cruise in Chrissie and Jack's Voyage to Victory.
The Chrissy Swan Show. The Chrissy Swan Show.
You say tomato, I say tomato. You say voyage. Jack says...
Voyage.
Listening to the Chrissy Swan Show. Let's get someone on this cruise.
Disney Cruise Line, now sailing from Australia.
Chrissy and Jack's Voyage to Victory.
Yes, it is sailing from Australia, and when it goes, it says... Oh... It's good. That's the best impersonation I do.
That was the best one you've done this week.
Thank you.
Yeah, you've really worked on
It
it.
really means something to me. Thank you.
You are so welcome.
Bianca, you stole this position from Mandy, who had done it 2 or 3 times. She thought she was home and hosed, Bianca, but no, you are the carryover champ.
I swooped in.
Now,
You
Bianca,
swooped in.
you and I are playing together, so you get one lifeline in this quiz. If you need me, you've just got to buzz in with your name, and then you can just ask me for help, all right?
Yes, great.
Alicia, you are mine.
Oh, thank you. I'm excited.
What's your favourite sort of Disney vibe?
I love all the princesses.
Do you? Oh my God, you're going to lose your mind on this cruise. It is so princessy. It's really good. You'll love it.
And guys, make sure you go and see Moana 2, which is in cinemas November 28. Apparently, it is incredible.
I love Moana. I haven't seen the second one. I love the first one because it's gutsy. And also, it looks to me like there's real bodies in there.
Yeah, okay.
Like there's thighs and butts, and it's great.
We love that. And
We
also,
love that.
I love a film with an elite soundtrack.
So good.
It
Look
really
at the
brings
great
it up.
Alicia Cara over there.
Thank you. Our quizmaster is in the studio, Swanee.
Hello, Tom.
Hello, hello.
How are you feeling? Do you want us to speak quietly? Are you okay?
No, I feel great.
Okay, good. Have you come as Cruella de Vil today?
Potentially, yes.
Run us through what's happening, Tom.
Okay, are we ready to play? I think we should just do it.
We
I
are
think
ready.
we should just get into
All
it.
you need to know is that your names are your buzzers and get cracking, ladies.
And that someone is going to win this Disney Cruise Line. There is no more carryover champion
this is it.
stuff.
One of you is winning.
Question 1. Who voices the character of Elsa in Frozen?
Bianca.
Yes, Bianca.
Idina Menzel.
Correct.
Yes. Or if you're John Travolta, the great
Adele Dazeem.
Adele Dazeem.
Okay, question number 2. This is for the win, Bianca. Where does Moana live?
Bianca.
Bianca?
Motunui.
Bianca, you are going all aboard.
Yes, Bianca!
Oh my God, I'm shaking.
Oh my God, it's so exciting. Please tell me who else is going to be on your ticket.
Oh my God, my husband and my 2 kids, they're going to go nuts.
Oh my God, let me tell you, Bianca, did you know that you can put the kids somewhere and there's little adult areas where you can have proper drinks and stuff?
Oh, don't tell me that.
I
That's
saw
going to
people.
happen.
I saw people enjoying themselves with my own eyes.
Oh my God.
And who's their favourite? Who are your kids' favourite characters?
My son is watching the classics, so at the moment it's Jungle Book and Cinderella, so you would not believe it.
Oh my God, I love this so much. You guys are just going to have the time of your life.
Please send us so many photos and videos, Bianca. We want to see what it's like.
Oh my God, I will. Thank you so much. I'm so excited.
Congratulations. And make sure you see Moana 2, which is in cinemas November 28.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
I've got some exciting news.
Chrissy's clickbait.
Game of Thrones. Oh my God. My boobs are tingling.
I know, your nipples are hard.
Like the... Can't see that. You're making that up. Listen to those strings.
I never got on board with Game of Thrones.
Oh my God,
I missed
Jack.
the full thing.
I think I was going through a strange time in my life because
Right.
I remember that sound was the sound of maybe I'm going to be okay. Maybe there is something to look forward to. And I think it's because I had 3 kids under 3
Right.
and 4 jobs.
And got you through.
Including breakfast radio.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And I want to say it was live on a Thursday night.
Yeah, okay. And you would just hang out for
You
it.
couldn't watch it. It was not bingeable like it is now.
No.
You had to wait.
I love that. That's like Housewives for me.
Oh,
You get to wait every week for a new
It's
episode.
so exciting.
Yeah.
And I reckon it's an important thing to try and get your kids into something they've got to wait for.
Yep.
Because I don't have to wait for anything these days.
No. Instant gratification, always.
Anyway, Game of Thrones is going to be made into a movie.
That's massive.
I feel like going to the cinema now and
Waiting.
just sitting there getting my favourite 4th row from the back middle seat.
My Swan, it's in the early stage of development. You'll be sitting at that cinema for 7 years.
Never get there too early, Jack. You can never show your support. I want to crowdfund this thing. I don't know what episode the Red Wedding is or what series. I think it's early on. Please promise me before we part ways, so in the next 20 years,
Yeah, okay. That I watched that.
that you must watch up until that moment.
Is it that?
You will never forget it.
It's the real hectic. Yeah, I've heard about it.
It was so shocking.
I just don't think it's for me, Game of Thrones. But anyway.
Yeah, look, it might not be. It might not be. It's got some big words. Now let's move on to a non-celebrity clickbait. Aussie divides with brutal message over revolting act.
Oh.
I mean, I'm there because I've seen the top of a bin. And we are your one-stop shop for bin content.
We love bin chat.
We don't like it when people get angry when you put your rubbish in their bin.
And I mean, you are a dumpster diver yourself.
I sure am. Oh my God, I meant to tell you, I was talking to Sarah, our boss. Dear listener, imagine this. The madness of me talking to my boss, one of the most important people in this company. She calls me. She called me. And I said, sorry, I can't talk now.
Why? Don't say because you were dumpster diving. Oh, that's a new low for you. That's a new low.
Excuse me. I said, I'm pushing a mid-century bed frame into my boot all on my own. Can you imagine how hard that was? And I got an injury.
Why are
I
you
took a chunk out of my...
Was that from hard rubbish?
Yes.
Well, that serves you right. That is the world. Yeah, that's the universe saying stop getting people's from their nature strip and putting it into your house. You're never going to do anything with it. And also take Sarah's call.
I did.
Priorities, man.
I did take it.
Okay.
And I
sorry,
just told her that I was busy. I was busy and I'd call her back, and I did.
Booked and busy.
Anyway, I drove home with my face right up against the windscreen because the bed was behind my head. Anyway,
Oh, wow.
How about this? A fed-up homeowner in Perth has laid down the ground rules with dumpster divers looking to cash in on recyclable cans. Because in WA and SA, you get cash for your cans.
Oh, is it like the 5 or 10 cents?
Yes.
Yeah, right, okay.
And she wrote very, very simply on the top of her wheelie bin, and I don't want to cause offence to anybody in Perth, but I am going to do quite a strong accent here.
Please.
She wrote, in Sharpie, 10-cent warriors, F off. All cans and bottles have been recycled and I have been off the piss.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
Well, as the sun sets on my 50th year, on Sunday morning I wake up 145 years old. No, it's my birthday on Sunday and I'm really excited because I've taken control and I've planned the whole thing. Here's what I'm doing.
Good.
I'm having two birthdays.
Okay.
I'm having Sunday with my mum and sister and my best friends.
Yep.
And then on Saturday, just me and my cygnets, my little babies.
And what are you doing on Saturday with them?
Waking up nice and early. It's going to be a warm and lovely day.
Yes.
We're going out for breakfast. I said to them, I haven't been out for breakfast for ages. And Peg said, will we go to your favourite place? Wink, wink. And I said, yes, we will. And she said, do you think they will serve carbonara at 9 a.m? And I said, I reckon you might be in luck. Then we're coming home. We're going to do our 2 hours of heavy lifting of stuff for Mummy.
Yep, good.
Then we are going to plug in the KitchenAid and make my triple layer coconut cake.
Yes.
And I'm going to teach them. I'm going to pass on that recipe. That is an ultimate gift for me. Then I'm going to stoke up the Barbie for dinner and I'm making my original quarter pounder.
Yum. That's an elite day.
It's the best day. And then I might finish it with Borat.
Oh, great.
I love Borat.
I haven't seen that film for ages.
Oh, God, it's so funny. I could watch it every day for the rest of my life.
Yeah, okay.
In fact, Kit and I probably do. It was the happiest day of my life when Kit in particular, when I realised, I was like, oh, you're old enough for Borat. Sit down, son.
Whack it on.
So funny.
Hey, 13 24 10. Next in Chrissie's Quizzy, we have our final invites to see this guy, the Kid Leroy, live in Nova's Red Room. Jump on the line. And we should also mention here, Swanee, I'm very proud of you that you made it to Coldplay last night.
I did it.
You saw some live music. And those left in Melbourne and Sydney still to see the shows, you are in for an absolute
You
treat.
sure are.
It's Friday here on The Chrissy Swan Show.
The Chrissy Swan Show. The Chrissy Swan Show.
You're listening to the Chrissy Swan Show on Nova, and that song, my friends, is a banger.
It sure is.
Chrissy's Quizzy.
It never fails to bring a smile to my face, and I sing it very well in the Toyota Hybrid.
Do you?
Yeah.
Give us some live vocals now.
Just can't stop. I just can't stop. And I just can't help
Tom, Chrissy's malfunctioning. Help.
Tom can't even see straight.
I know. He's a bit tie-tie.
All right, well, we digress. We're talking about Neo, and je m'excuse, because we should be talking about the Kid Leroy.
We should.
Who is headlining a Nova Red Room. Exclusive invites up for grabs. It can only be you, Samantha, or you, Melissa.
Woo! Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's pretend we're there and we've got our invite, we've got our free drink.
We're lit. Woo!
Woo! And Kate Ritchie's going, everybody settle down, you know, like they do. The host.
Yes.
Don't hosts, isn't she? I don't know. Who's hosting it? Who knows? Maybe Mel Tracina.
Maybe Smallsy,
Maybe Smallsy.
the great man.
Maybe it's you, Jack, and
Mate.
you're just hiding your light under a bushel.
Sarah and BT, our bosses, if you're listening, can you please make me host so then you can fly me up to go? I really want to see the Kid Leroy.
And you know, I haven't got my invite because I'm 51. All right, Samantha.
We've
So
lost
it's
it.
Samantha v. Melissa. May the best lady win. Your names, your buzzers. It's the best of 5. Being the first person to get 3 answers correct wins the game and is off to see the Kid Leroy.
Blackers is hosting, I'm told.
Oh, perfect. Question number 1. Who else features on the song Stay alongside the Kid Leroy?
Guys, you can't
Oh.
be Kid Leroy fans and not know this.
Come on, even I know this.
This is for my daughter. Oh, bugger.
Justin Bieber.
Oh, damn.
This is... Are you...
There is going to be a revolt. Question number 2. A big day for horse racing tomorrow. Derby Day takes place at Flemington Racecourse in Melbourne. What's the dress code?
Melissa?
Is black and white.
It is black and white, correct.
Woohoo!
Question number 3. What does the QR stand for in QR code? God, we must have said this a billion times and I did not know.
Nor did I.
No, never.
It
Don't
is
know.
quick. It is a quick response. The quick response code. Makes sense.
Oh my
Question
God.
number 4.
20 years ago today, Ciara released this song.
Everybody get on the floor.
Even Tom, he's flatlining and even he has to dance.
Do you know the name of the song, ladies?
He's popping. It is, of course, the great 1-2 step.
This quiz sucks.
Question number 5. Yeah, it does. In which Australian state was the Kid Leroy born? Mama.
You talked over them and I don't know who got in first. Tom, who was it? Samantha. Samantha?
I'm saying Sydney.
That's not a state,
It's
that's
not
a city.
state.
But
Oh, dear. He's down right.
So
okay.
who gets that?
So we've got 1 point to Melissa, 1 point to Samantha. Whoever gets this next question correct wins the game so that we haven't lost every listener that listens to this show.
Sorry, guys.
They sound very similar, don't they?
They do.
Which car manufacturer... So this is it for the win because Jack is done. Which car manufacturer makes a people mover called the Carnival?
Samantha.
Yes,
Oh my
Samantha for the
God.
win.
Kia.
It is the Kia
Thank God.
Carnival.
Well done, Samantha.
Well done, Samantha.
Congratulations, Samantha. You will be going to see the Kid Leroy live in Nova's Red Room. It's Friday and everyone is up and about and we're happy to be here.
And it's Alex Warren and Ella Henderson who didn't get the memo.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
You know, sometimes, oh no, you've never had an ex-partner, have you? Yeah. I have had exes.
I know.
And, and I've had nearly beans and all of that.
Yeah.
And a question that people that want to be in your life often ask you is, what are you thinking of? Like they might catch you.
Yeah.
Like, at the kitchen table or sitting in the passenger seat of their car, just looking outside, and they'll go, penny for your thoughts. And I've never known how to answer that because my brain is an unusual mollusk.
Yeah.
It's an unusual thing.
It could be quite scary for some people if you started to run through and list what you're thinking.
I agree, but it's only because it's the only, geography I know. I'm very safe in there. But for most people, it would be like, walking through Gotham City at midnight with a bat on the loose.
Yeah.
And what I thought I would do is, sometimes I can hear in my mind, there was an old song from the 60s called Windmills of My Mind, and I don't know why I know it because I wasn't even around in the 60s. But I think it's such an iconic song. It goes, like a circle in a spiral, like a wheel within a wheel. And I remember even knowing it like 5 years old, hearing that song, like my dad playing it or something on vinyl going, that's my brain.
You relate to that.
Like a spiral in a spiral, like a wheel within a wheel. And then the words go, never ending or beginning, like some changing wheel. I'm like, yes, that's me. That's how my brain works. Yeah. And so I thought I would give you an insight because you know me pretty well, but you have never been inside my head.
No, I haven't.
And I have, I guess, sort of created the machinery, the technology for you to come inside my head.
Wow.
And understand what it's like to spend a minute in there. Would you like to come into the...
I'm scared. I'm reluctant, but let's enter.
The windmills of my mind.
In the windmills of your mind.
My computer keyboard feels too small. Maybe my hands are too big. Is Japanese washi tape the same stickiness as masking tape? Lionel Richie stares at his reflection in the mirror and says, I'm Lionel Richie, before he goes on stage.
It's true.
Direct debits.
Hate him.
Gee, eyesight goes downhill quickly. The Irish name Saoirse is spelt Saorise. The S must be pronounced shh, like Siobhan. That's another Irish name. Dulce de leche. Is stracciatella technically a cheese, or is it part of the cream family? Those towels I love from Adairs might actually be on sale now. Where can I watch Borat for free?
Wow, these are very nice. In the windmills of your mind.
Do you think you know me a little better?
I think you have probably lost your mind. I think us collectively today have lost both of our minds.
Does anybody think like that? Does that relate? Do you relate to that at all? Is your brain like that?
I want to say yes to make you feel better, but no.
I wonder if anyone else's is.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
Now, it's never, ever too late to send us nasty messages. Get on it.
Chrissie's correspondence.
Jack, you are in trouble.
Oh, why?
Yesterday, Jack, you said that anyone that dresses their house up in a theme like Halloween should be shot on sight. I think that was the words you used, wasn't it?
My words were, It's tacky and I hate you.
Yeah, you said it's tacky and I hate you. Well, Libby has a problem. She says, Jack, you are so wrong about Halloween decorations. How else do the kids know that you're okay to have trick-or-treaters? That is a good point.
Look, she's got me there.
Well, also, how do you, disseminate that information? Because I went trick-or-treating with my kids when they were little. I didn't know that you only go to the houses that have got stuff out the front.
Didn't you?
I ended up walking down the hallway of an old man's house. It was a hot day and the door was open and I just thought everybody did this.
Yeah, let's go.
So I just went in. I'm like, trick or treat, trick or treat. We want something nice to eat. And he was like, get the bloody hell out of here. And I thought, oh, you're not into Halloween.
No,
It's
that's a great point. That's a great
your
point.
future, by the way, Jack.
Me?
You old curmudgeon. Anyway, she says, we only go to houses that have clear decorations. We don't want to bother the ones like you
Well, babe, you wouldn't get into my apartment anyway, so.
that hate Halloween.
Don't hate Halloween, hate the decorations on people's houses.
So people can get into your apartment. Look at the Uber Eats guy that you force to take 7 different flights of stairs and codes.
I hate having to go and meet them.
Another Halloween-related message from Trevor. We need to do a whole phone topic on that. Another Halloween-related message from Trev. Trev says, while listening to the show earlier, I was horrified to hear Jack say Halloween was American. I'm just imagining that Trevor's like that. It's time to do some research, Jack.
What is it? Where does it come
And
from?
rectify this lack of knowledge on the origins of this ancient festival.
You look like you've just had heaps of work done.
He says, I shall not show nothing. He's clearly possessed by the devil.
Has something happened to Trev?
He's like one of those gargoyles at the top of the building at the end of Ghostbusters, you know? And that's what they say. I shall not show nothing.
I swear Halloween is American. No, I'm obviously wrong.
No, it wouldn't be. It's like Irish, pagan,
Right.
Celtic. It's Celtic, of course, isn't it?
Okay, yeah, you're right.
I don't know, but
God,
I mean,
I just lost the will to live in this conversation.
No, I know, but I think what Trevor means is, like Christmas isn't American either, but Santa Claus is a Coca-Cola invention.
Yeah, got it.
Everything leads back to America.
Miracle.
We've been having lots of bin chats of late, and I am, ashamed to say it. I could talk about bins all day long.
Yeah.
I really could.
You're obsessed with them.
I know.
That's the best thing about living in an apartment, the bin chute. I will forever live in an apartment purely to not have to walk outside to a bin.
I do love it. When I go and visit the Major on the Gold Coast,
Yeah.
we've got a bin chute, and it just seems like we're so rich.
Chef's kiss. Yes, it
You
does.
never have to tie the bag. You, I know, would never divide your recycling and your garbage. It all goes down the same chute, doesn't it? Which brings us to this message, Lauren. Because if no one can see you,
Nah.
what does it matter?
Correct.
I mean, what does your dad say? What does David say? It all goes to the same place anyway. It doesn't matter.
All ends up in the same place.
Yeah. Well, Lauren begs to differ because we had somebody call in and say that she was shamed. She had to go through she got a note from her council saying, you've put a bag in there, which I do all the time, by the way. Anyway, she says, you've got to be careful. You can't put the plastic bags in with the recycling because it means that entire load doesn't get recycled.
Okay.
Fair enough. And she says she's a proud bin nerd.
Love that. Good on you, Loz.
Let's finish with enjoying life. Enjoying life commented on a photograph of your gorgeous, shapely and tanned legs, Jack.
Oh.
That is you, isn't it?
No, I think they commented on you in the back because you were in the background. Wasn't it about you or was it about me?
I just read the comment. Whose solarium does she use? And I thought it was talking about your legs.
I think it's talking about you in the back because you're so tanned.
I'd never use a solarium. I get my tan the real way, like in Bali.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
If you're anything like us, you're still basking in the afterglow of Coldplay. And if you're lucky enough to have tickets for the next shows, have the best time.
Chrissie's Clickbait.
Oh, yes. Ed Sheeran. Can I confess? I love Ed Sheeran. Who doesn't? I mean, it's not possible not to like him.
No, especially in these corridors, Swanee. He's the god of Nova.
He's the god of Nova, but he seems like a thoroughly decent man.
He does.
And I obviously know all the words to all his songs. I've never had to actually stream his music because I get 6 or 7 songs a day because I only listen to Nova.
Yes.
I did not enjoy the names of his last 4 albums. I did not like it. The plus, minus.
Subtract.
They just didn't identify the songs in it. I don't know where Shape of You is. Is that in Subtract? Is it on... Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a really fantastic point. You're right.
Whereas, like, we know Don't Panic is on Parachutes.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You just sort of know. You put the songs
Absolutely.
anyway.
Stupid Girls by Pink. It's on I'm Not Dead.
You're fine. We're going to talk about Shawn Mendes later. Anyway, he has said that all along that series of plus and minus and mathematical symbols was written on his body. He's got tattoos of those things. And then he used them on the albums. He has said the next series of albums, the next theme, are currently hidden Animalia style. Do you remember that?
I loved
Do you
that
remember that
book.
picture book?
I loved it.
Oh, my God. Looking back now, I know that was just my mum wanting to get rid of me.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
If you give a kid Animalia, you will not see or hear from them for 2 hours. They're just in the corner looking for the cheetah or looking for the jaguar.
Yeah, okay,
looking for
sorry.
the palm tree,
The equivalent
looking for the toucan.
Of an iPad back then.
Exactly. Anyway, it's somewhere on his body, and we're going to have a crack at deciphering this code. But first, we're going to hear what he has to say.
So I got plus, multiply, divide and subtract tattooed around my wrist. Equals came in there a bit later, but the next symbols have been on my arm for 13 years as well, and I start that series next year. I guess that's kind of Prison Break of me, isn't it? Just clues.
It is. Now, I've got a few ideas. I can
Shoot.
see a picture of a big lion head and a picture of a shark. So maybe it's after iconic movies. Maybe there's one going to be called The Lion King. There's one going to be called Jaws. Maybe that's the theme.
Yeah. He's also got photo frames on his back. Maybe he's going to name the albums after different photography brands like Kodak, Canon.
Kodak sounds cooler than Canon.
I know, I liked Kodak.
What else have we got here? Oh, I know. There's a few mentions of sauces here.
Yeah.
Heinz ketchup, etc. Maybe it's a series based on condiments. Mustard, aioli,
Salt.
chimichurri.
Oh,
Salt.
Salt's a cool name.
Salt, pepper. I feel like that's been done before.
Anyway, I like this little tidbit Ed's given us.
I do too. There's a koala. Maybe it's animals. Koala, kiwi. There's a kiwi there, New Zealand. There's a gecko.
Nah, animals feels a bit snore. It's a bit kiddie.
God, I could really play this game
we've got to
forever.
move on.
Let's move on to Shawn Mendes. He revealed in a very long and laboured monologue to a live show at Colorado's Red Rocks that he still doesn't really know where he stands with his sexuality, and nor should he, and he's still working it out. Basically, he said, I was busy at 15 when everyone else was sorting it out. I was busy being a global superstar. And I'm trying to sort it out now. I kept on saying to you, isn't he going out with Camila Cabello? Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I just wanted to know that she was across his fluid sexuality.
Because being with someone in a heterosexual couple, for him to go on stage and say that, I can't imagine they would be together. It's just not something I think she would want.
Well, that's very old-fashioned of you, because what's to say that she is not as equally progressive?
True.
Do you know what I mean? If she's the same and she understands what that is.
Yeah, maybe she'd be down with it.
Yeah, I think so. I think a lot of people these days, a lot of young people have been raised with that sort of tolerance and understanding. It's no big deal. It's nothing they have to get their head around, I don't think. But he sat down for an interview, and I always forget the specific magazine. This one's New York Times. And he said that journo says, almost unprompted, Shawn talks at length about Cabello, whom he dated for several years. Past tense. He says, I'm learning about love with her. If anything went wrong with my family, she would be the first person I would call.
So they're still like best mates then?
Well, I just love that because friendship is the real superpower there.
It is. It's the best ship, Swanee.
You're my friend. You have the most beautiful weekend.
Thank you, I shall. And you as well. Have the best birthday. Enjoy actually eating at a restaurant, Chrissie Swan, and not
cannot believe it.
At your house.
And I am making my triple layer coconut cake for myself. Would you like me to bring some in? Tom, would you like some? I'll wake up.
Jesus Christ. Hey, also...
See you at the races.
Oh, yes. All right. I check. See you Monday.
Now check this out.
The Chrissie Swan Show is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.